Hello there, Carolina here. This video is to talk about soul connection. And the purpose of the video is to help you understand why is so important the soul connection in these times. Why you need to pay more attention to the soul alignment and the call of the soul today more than ever before. Why is so relevant in these times? And what do you need to do to take that soul call? So before I start, I want to take a little bit of, put a little bit of explanation or context behind it. And it's all about the new era of time that we have started. In this time right now, we have just ended a cycle, a 75,000 cycle is now over with a certain state of consciousness. And we have now initiated a new cycle with a new state of consciousness. A new era of time has just begun. So if you can just imagine that you can place a line and said, okay, the earth was like this before and is going to be like this after. It's like a very strong divisionary line of after and before. And the earth is changing with us through this new cycle. So when you imagine this imaginary line, everything that existed in the before, in the era before, was raised or built with an old state of consciousness. And now, because we have entered a new state of consciousness, everything that is going to build or raise in this new era is with the new consciousness. So it's like in completely different scales. So whatever was in this earth before, or whatever we have known as a reality for years, it's now completely obsolete in regards to the new consciousness. The systems, the way we behave, the way we move in the world, the way we interact with our bodies, absolutely everything. It's now due to be revisited, rebuilt, and recreate to this new, based on this new state of consciousness that we now started in this new era. So the before was all based on survival and power over the other, but now this after new world or new earth that is raising up is based on creation and is based on inner power. So there are new energies and consciousness that is now raising up in this new beginning of this new era of time. And I'm gonna, I always mention it and group them in four big energies of this new consciousness: truthfulness, sovereignty, love, and unity. Truthfulness, sovereignty, love, and unity. And this has begun already a lot. Now more than ever, you can see it more tangible in what you're seeing in your daily basis. But this has already started some years ago. Now, this is kind of the context, the before and the after, the old earth and the new earth. But now here is the challenge. This is the challenge we are all experiencing, all living things on earth, because the earth is moving into that state of consciousness. The earth is the one that is also tuning into these new energies, and it is now vibrating in this era of light, if you will. And all the challenges that all the living things that are on earth, they need to tune also to that level of consciousness. They need to level up to these all new frequencies of the new earth that is raising up from this new consciousness that established in this new cycle that we just started. And that includes us. So we are living this challenge of living in an obsolete world, but in a way feeling the pull for the new energies that are already there, the new consciousness that is already installing on earth and our bodies and all around us. So one of the four big groups that I mentioned was truthfulness. This is very important because right now, if we have been living a life that is not what we really wanted, or a life that is just following social templates, or a life in order to please someone else but not yourself. If we have been experiencing any of that, that means that we have not been truthful to ourselves. So in this new energy of truthfulness, one of the biggest challenges that we have is to become transparent and truthful to ourselves first, to many things. Everything is going to be, all the truthfulness is going to start to raise up in different environments and aspects of life and institutions and systems and things like that. But one of the first tasks is us with us. Is us becoming truthful to what we have always wanted to be. So, I personally, I used to follow a societal scheme in my life that was not really me. It was supposed to follow something, become a professional and do this and find a job and buy a house and get married and have a dog and have children. And it was like a series of checklists that I need to follow to become a respectable person, or even to be treated as a person. And if that was not resonating in my heart, then it's not truthfully me, which it was my case. None of those things in the template was actually truthfully me. And it kept me divided in my heart all the time. And remember that one of the other points I mentioned was sovereignty, love, and unity. So it's all about becoming truthful to oneself, because we love ourselves. It's recovering this self-love, and stop living with our heart divided in two, and bring the heart into this unity where you leave to the reflection of your essence and your soul. Your essence and your life, your soul and your life in this physical earth are united in one. Is one whole, projecting, beautiful compound of essence and physicality that is being expressed in the world. And we have not been taught or trained to do any of that in the past, in the earth before, because it was not about that. It was never about inner power. It was all about survival and power over the other, or over things, right? So now this new challenge is because now these energies are raising, and all of the sudden we start to feel that. So the relevancy of the call of your soul, if you're feeling the call of your soul, and the importance of this alignment is important right now for that purpose, because those energies are moving up, and our challenge is to tune to those things, to tune to our own truthfulness, to our own love, to our own unity, whatever that means to you, without any judgment. And that's the difficult thing, because we will need to face a lot of things that we were doing, and we will have to release a lot of stuff. There's a lot of inner work that needs to be done. So this is the problem. This is the problem. The fact that the light, the era is here, the fact that those energies are embedding the earth and are now within us, the fact that the new consciousness is now here with us and touching us and our bodies and pulling us to go into that space, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen by default. It doesn't mean that you can just sit down in your home and watch TV and watch Netflix the whole day and just sleep for a while, and all of a sudden you wake up truthful to yourself. No, that's not going to happen that way. You have to do your inner work. There is no shortcut around it. There is not such thing as a pill or a magic pill or a magic something. There is not such thing as endorsing the power to somebody else, so do it for you. You have to do your inner work. And that's the reason why the call of the soul is so relevant, because the soul feels all this pulse. It knows, so it's calling you. Wake up, we need to get together, we need to work as a team right now, because it's coming, and because it's part of of your own survival in Earth. Because this is the thing, this tuning into this energy is not a luxury. It's a necessity now, because we're going to live in this new Earth. We will not be able to live in this new Earth if we don't resonate in the same frequency and in the same energies and in the same consciousness that the Earth is now there living. So taking the call of the soul and this alignment is so, so important. So there's two things you have to do your inner work. Number one, you must choose to do the inner work. This does not happen out of imposition. This does not happen. That's why the call of the soul is so subtle and so respectful, because it's all about your free will and what do you want to do. It's a personal choice. So the phone is ringing and ringing and ringing, and hoping that one day you really pick up that phone and say, okay, I'm here, I'm ready to do this work. Let's work together. Let's have this conversation. But it has to be out of choice, of your own choice. You cannot choose for anyone else. It's impossible. So it really comes down to an inner awareness, and it comes down to a commitment of you with you, and take this choice. The second thing that must happen, it's really the inner work, where you really need to sit down, put a stop on a lot of things that you're doing, and start to define and cleanse and release and do this inner work. Because everything that you have adopted, or that you believe it was important, that was resonating in the old Earth, is not going to be relevant anymore in the new Earth. You can't bring it on. It's over. So there is a unlearning process that we will have to do. There is a conscious releasing of ideas, patterns, behaviors, beliefs, definitions, words. There is a lot of releasing that needs to be done. There is a lot of redefinition that has to be done inside of you. And there is a lot of healing that needs to happen inside of you, so we can leave all those behavioral patterns behind, because all those behavioral patterns related to survival or to power over the other or over things, it's over. I cannot bring that to this new world. It's over. It's impossible. So we need to embrace the new things, and to do so, we need to redefine inside of ourselves what it is. And our bodies are also changing. So all the body and the mind and the spirit are working together in this soul alignment. So we redefine who we are from the perspective of this new consciousness, of this new Earth that is now there. And that's why it's so important to take the call of the soul right now. So if you have been feeling the call of the soul, and I invite you to see another video that I'm going to put you the link somewhere here or there underneath, I don't know, but somewhere is going to be a link for the other video where I explain 3 signs about the call of the soul, and I'll go in detail in that video. So I invite you to check that. But if you're feeling that call of the soul, is now time to take it. It is now that it happens. It's a necessity for you to keep living on Earth. It's not a luxury anymore. And I want to close this little video with an invitation, a last piece of advice for you. Yes, you can do your soul alignment by yourself. Yes, you can. But you know what? I invite you to accelerate that. You can accelerate that 10 times if you want, that soul alignment, with the support of a mentor, with somebody that can hold space for you and help you find this tuning and align yourself from the life you were living that is not you, to the life that you want to live and that is you. And that needs to happen very fast. Everything right now is being accelerated extremely, extremely fast. So It's not time, you're not gonna have time to sit down and read self-books for the next 10 years and see if you find your soul purpose. That's over. That was in the old world. You have all the time of the world to do that. Right now, no. Right now, this new consciousness is really going very fast. Is at the speed of light. Everything is moving faster. The shift needs to happen right now. So it's important for you to take this acceleration option and really do your inner work. Really do your inner work. So my invitation for you is, if you're feeling the call of the soul, if you're ready if you have chosen to do it, if you're really to do your inner work, I invite you to work with a mentor, and I help exactly to do that. I want to invite you to join an accelerated private mentoring program called Infinity Soul Connection Activation. 6 weeks to activate your soul connection so you can simplify your life, learn how to access your inner guidance anytime, anywhere, and get clear on every area of your life and how to get there, and especially guilt-free. So book your free discovery call now. My private mentorship program of 6 weeks is something that could really support you in this process. I invite you to book a free discovery call. The link is somewhere down there, the video or around the video. It's a free call. You have nothing to lose and you have a ton to gain to prepare yourself to this new wave, to this new era, to this new earth that is raising up. And the faster you do it, the better and the more connected you feel to this new world. We are right now in this moment of transition. So there's no time more relevant than today to do exactly that process. So I invite you to book that call. With that being said, I hope that this video has given a little bit of context for you to understand how important it is to pay attention to that call of the soul, to do what you need to do, to follow that intuition, and to make sure you do your inner work for the benefit of yourself and the people around you. With that, I leave you with a lot of kisses and love. Keep walking your path, keep aligning, and may the light of your soul keep shining. Thank you very much. To the next time.